But Kobe, in your mind, as you see things, did Karl Malone make a pass at your wife?
You know what? I know what took place.
Now Anthony and Garnett have to be careful. They're barking at each other right now. The officials should get there, and there it is.
Trash talk is normal in the NBA, but some players take it way too far, crossing into personal territory and dragging rivals' wives into the chaos. From Kevin Garnett's infamous exchange with Carmelo Anthony to Karl Malone's alleged pass at Vanessa Bryant, these are the moments where competition turned into outright disrespect. Let's start with one of the most notorious trash talk incidents ever. January 7, 2013, Celtics versus Knicks at Madison Square Garden. What should have been a routine Atlantic Division game became infamous because Kevin Garnett, already known for relentless, ruthless verbal warfare, locked in on Carmelo Anthony and
Kevin Garnett, the free throw's good. Oh my goodness. Falling Melo. They're both just grabbing each other. So a one-shot foul. Garnett's moving in now. He's battling Stoudemire. Anthony having one of those nights that we have not seen very often.
Twist the knife into something personal. Whatever Garnett said, it clearly worked. Carmelo's play visibly unraveled. He shot 6 for 26, just 23%, and later admitted the trash talk got inside his head and disrupted his focus.
Anthony and Garnett have to be careful. They're barking at each other right now. The officials should get there, and there it is, a double check.
That's the power of psychological warfare in real time. One player doesn't just guard your body, he hijacks your composure. But after the final buzzer, this stopped being basketball intensity and turned into something explosive. The Celtics won 102-96, and Carmelo didn't even go toward the Knicks tunnel. He went hunting for Garnett near the Celtics locker room area, creating a standoff so tense it took security, police, coach Mike Woodson, and teammates like J.R. Smith to prevent it from turning physical. That brings us to the question everyone obsessed over: what did Garnett actually say? For years, the league ran with a viral rumor about a crude comment involving Lala, Anthony, and Honey Nut Cheerios. But here's the truth. People close to the incident have repeatedly denied it. Garnett shut it down publicly, Lala called it ridiculous, and the real trigger finally surfaced later through Carmelo's own account. The gossip wasn't just wrong. It became one of the most repeated myths in NBA trash talk history. Even after all that, the story didn't end in permanent hatred. Carmelo served a one-game suspension for the post-game confrontation, and later the two eventually reconciled during All-Star Weekend, proof that even the ugliest moments sometimes cool off once pride stops running the show. Now the next incident goes even darker, because it wasn't about a star's pride, it was about a family line being crossed. On December 27, 2016, with the Rockets beating the Mavericks 103-107, the game turned into a mess. Flagrant contact, multiple confrontations, and a staggering 8 technical fouls. And at the center of the chaos was a heated exchange between Salah Maidri and Trevor Ariza that blew past normal trash talk into something personal. Ariza wasn't just angry. He was enraged to the point security had to restrain him. And according to Ariza, it was because Maidri crossed the worst boundary possible, allegedly insulting his child. What made it even more intense was that Ariza's kids were in the building watching. After the game,
Ariza got his second technical call and had to leave the court.
Yeah, 2 T's and you are ejected. You see Rocket security trying to keep him over in the Rockets bench area. There comes Keith Jones in there to help.
Ariza headed straight toward the Mavericks locker room area with teammates, forcing police and staff to monitor everything just to prevent a violent confrontation. In the end, it didn't turn physical, but the situation showed how fast words can turn into real danger when family gets dragged into it. Next, we move away from on-court trash talk to something that shook an entire franchise from the inside: the Tony Parker scandal. Parker wasn't just a Spurs champion. He was married to Hollywood star Eva Longoria after their lavish 2007 wedding in Paris. From the outside, it looked like a fairy tale. But in 2010, that image collapsed when Longoria discovered hundreds of text messages between Parker and Erin Berry, the wife of Spurs teammate Brent Berry. Messages described as flirtatious and sexually charged, exchanged for over a year. And if you think that was a dark chapter, the next story is even more disturbing, because it involves a teammate allegedly making a pass at a teammate's wife. 2 Lakers legends, a massive age gap, and a line crossed so badly it destroyed any respect that might have existed. This incident traces back to November 2004 during Karl Malone's one-season run with the Lakers. his final chase for the championship ring that had always escaped him. According to accounts attributed to Kobe and his agent Rob Pelinka, what started as a seemingly harmless phone call spiraled into...
Yes, Tony Parker.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you met him?
No.
You want to meet him?
Yeah. But you asked for mine.
It was simple. It was simple. Seriously. She came to the locker room. Her dad wanted to meet the players.
Something ugly. Malone allegedly made flirtatious remarks to Vanessa, suggested a hug that would make magazine covers, and then escalated with comments that crossed every boundary of decency, including a remark about hunting for young Mexican girls, a line loaded with deeply offensive undertones given Vanessa's Mexican-American heritage. Kobe didn't play around with it. Once he learned what happened, he confronted Malone immediately and made it clear, stay away from my wife. A follow-up call involving both couples reportedly ended with a weak conditional apology, while Malone's camp denied wrongdoing and dismissed the entire situation as drama. No league discipline followed because it was treated as personal, but for Kobe, it was final. The relationship was over and never coming back. Next is a story that's been argued about for more than a decade, the alleged Shaq-Laura Govan email scandal. In 2009, leaked emails supposedly showed Shaq and Laura Govan, then engaged to Gilbert Arenas, planning secret hotel meetups. The fallout was immediate. Shaq's marriage was hit, Arenas was publicly humiliated, and the rumor became so loud that Arenas later described being taunted during games with chants that messed with his focus at the free throw line. But the reason this story stays murky is because Govan has consistently denied an affair ever happened, called the emails fake, and court findings later added even more confusion. Shaq has admitted to infidelity generally, but has never squarely addressed the specific Govan allegation, leaving the story stuck in permanent controversy. From confirmed scandals to playoff-era rumors, in May 2014, during a shaky Pacers postseason run, an anonymous tip claimed Paul George was involved with Valerie Cook, the fiancée of teammate Roy Hibbert. The timing was brutal. Hibbert was struggling badly, even scoring 0 points in a critical playoff game, and the rumor tried to explain his decline as locker room chaos. George moved fast to shut it down, posting a photo from a fishing trip with Hibbert and teammate George Hill, calling the rumors ignorant. And the aftermath mattered. Hibbert bounced back with 28 points and 9 rebounds the next game, later crediting George for helping clear his head. The strongest proof came later. Hibbert and Cook still married in September 2014, with Pacers teammates in attendance, signaling the brotherhood survived the noise. Now back to the 2011 Lakers, where something clearly looked off. After being swept by Dallas, Pau Gasol seemed distracted and disengaged, shooting just 42% in the series. Then rumors surfaced that his girlfriend, Spanish dancer Sylvia Lopez Castro, had been unfaithful with teammate Shannon Brown. What made the situation worse was that Brown addressed it publicly, which dragged a contained rumor into the mainstream spotlight. Gasol later denied it too, saying the speculation was false, but admitted the emotional weight was real. To this day, no one has confirmed the alleged affair. But the damage to chemistry and focus...
First, that you had sex with Shaq, and the rumor is you never had sex with Shaq, but your sister did. And that you protected her by just allowing the rumor to be thrown at you.
I will not clean up nothing until I talk to Shani, because she is the one who started all this. When she's ready to have a real woman-to-woman conversation, but not only are you going to hear my answer and what the truth is, I'm going to give you some of you too.
Had already been done, contributing to one of the most disappointing playoff exits in Lakers history. Finally, we get to one of the most persistent rumors in NBA history. The claim that Jason Richardson was traded from Phoenix because he allegedly impregnated Steve Nash's wife after Nash announced his divorce in November 2010, just one day after their son Mateo was born. The timing fueled conspiracy theories, especially online, turning a private family situation into public spectacle. But multiple sources have labeled the allegation false, and Nash's ex-wife has said the pregnancy was planned for a year because they wanted a son. Over time, even the legal battles focused on custody and relocation, not paternity. Nash never publicly fed the rumor, choosing silence to protect his family, while the story lived on mainly because sensational gossip spreads faster than truth. Thanks for watching. To see more content like this, click on one of the cards on your screen.